All right, what's going on, everybody? Oh, what's that? Wait just a second. I had on the wrong shirt. I just got these in not too long ago, and I put these on my website. I've got larges and extra larges, so if you're interested in a cigar box guitar t-shirt, I'll have a link to my website in the notes for this video. So I'm out here. I got a lot going on. I got 3 guitars finished up, and I started 3 more. So this one I just pulled the clamps off this morning, and then put the clamps on this one. Got the fretboard on there. It's dried up, and I got this one, which will get this walnut fretboard next. So, but there'll be a separate video on that. What I wanted to do was just give you a quick look and listen at the 3 guitars I just finished up. First up is this Weller. This is a 30-inch scale cigar box guitar. Now I built a bass a few videos back, and I put bass strings on it. It was a blue Weller box. I put bass strings on it. It was pretty awesome. And then I was like, someone commented on my site about bass 6. And so, which is a 6-string bass. You know, it's got, you can play like a regular guitar, but it does have bass strings on there. So I actually used the bass 6 strings for this, but I used the top 3 strings. So I used the 24, the 32, and the 42. I thought about going in the middle, 32, 42, 54. You could do that if you wanted to. You can play it like a guitar, you know. Still got a little bit of grunt, and I tuned this one to E. If you go back and watch my last video, I had the bass strings on there. It just overwhelmed this little amp. So if you have a, you know, like a little practice amp, nothing crazy, but you wanted to add a little beef, you know, have some bass, this might be the thing for you. Just 30-inch scale, so it's a little harder to grab some of these, you know, chords like here. Yeah, but this thing is really cool. One thing you'll notice is, see how far in this this heel is. I did put my logo on the neck right here. You know, you gotta measure twice and cut once. And actually, this comes out to, I guess, measure twice and glue once or something. When I was building this, I was building a couple other guitars, and sometimes, just like on this one, you'll see the heel is one solid piece, but I did have to add an extra piece for the length to get the full length of this, and that's only because I cut this part off of this end, you know. So I run out of wood, right? So I just make sure I get a solid heel because I'm usually cutting this down anyway. So anyway, long story short, I had used 2 pieces of wood, so I had plenty of wood, and I actually needed to cut a piece off before I glued it up. And I made a mark on there and everything, and I started gluing the other pieces where I was adding in and, you know, adding, and I just didn't think about subtracting. And so, whew, I glued the heel on. Well, then you're kind of stuck. So then I go to put it in the box, and I'm like, man, the bridge is like right here. That's not what I wanted. What's going on? Yeah, and that's when I realized my mistake. So I had enough heel to where I could cut it down, and it still fits in the box. And you know, it's awesome. It doesn't affect anything. Like I said, you've got a solid piece of wood running all the way through the box, and this is a top of the box humbucker, so I really didn't take much wood off of the actual neck itself. So man, this thing is cool. And you can strum it. It's just a big it's just a bigger cigar box guitar. But man, really cool. All right. My wife has been after me to build a pink guitar. So I had this pink, this is a Room 101, yeah, Room 101 pink box. All that writing there, that's how the box came. Of course, I signed the back as well, but this is just a really cool box. And the box is a little small, a little short, a little small, I guess, for what I would normally use to do a cigar box guitar. So I opted to go with the 23-inch scale length. So there you go from a 30-inch to a 23-inch. Wow. Yeah. And this one's got a not top of the box, it's got a humbucker, adjustable mini humbucker, just one single volume knob, floating bridge. It does have the 3-piece in the back for the neck. Really cool. Let's plug her in, see what she sounds like. Yeah, man, this is a really cool little guitar. My wife said I had to do a pink one, so I did a pink one. So if you know anybody interested in a pink guitar, there you go. Man, this thing's cool. Just not my style. Okay, I saved this one for last. And I've talked about it on and off in my videos. And so I'm going to show you on this one, hopefully. So this is a neck I'm getting ready to glue up, and I've cut the scarf joint. And you can see the joint is right here. And so you can just make out the line going across here. Obviously this is nowhere near finished or shaped out or anything. But even after they are, you can see that line, right? Because the grain runs differently or whatever the case may be. You can see it on this one, and you can see it on this side as well, you know, because of grain or whatnot. But still, very solid joint, looks really cool. I mean, you gotta really look to find that, you know. But nothing wrong with it. Even this, man, this is a piece of curly maple. Man, I really just love this neck. Just the way look at this thing. This is so awesome. I've showed this guitar before, but look at that. Man, that's cool. But even up here, you get the line right because it's just everything's a little bit out of whack. But still really cool. Like, doesn't matter. All right, but anyway, when I got this Oliva box, I had the cedar sheets in there intact. The cedar sheets that go with this box, they've used them to separate the cigars or whatnot. So instead of putting a scarf joint right here, I actually put it in the middle. So once you glue wings on it or make it wide, you know, now you can't see the joint at all. If you look really close, there's a hint of it right there. But I did that because I had this. I had the cedar sheet, so I laminated that over the top. So now you can't see that joint. The joint would be right there, you know, which is not really a spot you'd want it because you definitely get the in grain look and then the outer grain look. It just it doesn't look good if you leave it exposed. At least it doesn't look good to me. Also, I had one of the bands. I don't know if it's this cigar exactly, but it is an Oliva cigar band or ring. So I put that, laminated that on there, and I had some nice, cool looking lock and tuners that semi match this. Now I went real simple. I just put a gold top of the box humbucker. The knob almost matches and blends in with the box. Just something really, I guess, understated, right? So box is really cool already with the little stamp on there and whatnot. And then this headstock is really, really awesome. Man, this thing came out nice. And I like the tuners on it. So this thing is really cool. Man. And let's see what she sounds like. Yeah. Probably ought to check, make sure it's in tune. Yeah, this thing sounds really awesome, man. It's got a great sound to it. yeah, 3 very different cigar box guitars, but they're all very, very cool. This one, man, especially when you put those little cedar pieces on the end, man, that's really cool. So there'll be other videos coming of those 3 necks. One of them is going to be an ammo can. I've already got the pieces on the inside, parts cut out. The other 2 are going to be it's two more mortal coils. I've already got everything glued in. Oh, yep, I took the hinges off. Man, these boxes are cool, but I was in a cigar store, and because these things open in the middle, and I guess probably don't fit on the shelves properly, most of those dudes just rip the lids off. They just destroy these boxes. But I really like these boxes, man. These things are cool. Even though they're hinged in the middle, it's this Mortal Coil and these Thunder Smoke boxes that are sitting up here. Really cool. Anyway, now I'm rambling. So I guess it's time to bring this video to an end. So please, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.